Hello everybody, this is a time-lapse of a build that I made from DREDGE. This is the starting area known as Greater Marrow from the game DREDGE. I hope you enjoy the time-lapse and let's get to it. First, we set the biome to a dark oak forest so we can get this nice grass color, as I find it looks a bit more like the town from the game itself. We start building up the area and making sure we get the most accurate curves to the terrain while leaving space for the houses. And as you can see, we begin adding stone for a bit of an incline towards the back, and we add some grass on top and add a bit of shading with dark oak leaves and moss blocks. We extend the platform out as it was too small beforehand and begin adding the sand, as Greater Marrow is a little island. However, as we go to shade the sand, it all falls down, and you'll see me going through hoops to fix this, and by placing down yellow clay and replacing some blocks, shading the rest in manually, and it is fixed for now. Once that dilemma is over, we move on to the docks. We use a lot of jungle wood here mainly, as well as some oak planks mixed in to help give it that boardwalk look. We begin to build up the fishmonger shop, and we actually use some of the new blocks from 26.2, the cinnabar blocks. This was really fun to work with, as I haven't used them before and they're a really pretty block. We add the little shutter bit where the fishmonger buys our fish from us, and soon switch our focus back to the docks and add tires onto the edges. We then add some lights. I just love the look of these lanterns hanging down, and I think they really help the docks out. We begin on the shipwright's place by building out a small platform, but get quickly sidetracked as I realize I forgot to add the chimney to the fishmongers. But after we do that, we get right back to the shipwrights and start making her shop. The roof is a bit interesting, as we use prismarine as a part of it. It was difficult to try to find a color close enough in Minecraft, but I think we did okay. We then start creating the exterior of the shipwrights, as she has quite a lot going on outside. But my favorite part is absolutely this overarching crane here. I really loved building it, and I think it turned out so well. We add some more lighting and continue decorating the exterior, making sure we're satisfied with it before moving on to the pathing. Now, there's only really one path in Greater Marrow, and it leads up to the mayor's home, the shipwright, and the fishmonger. I don't know why there aren't any paths to the houses, but it sure does make my job easier, so I won't complain. We add some bushes, dripstone, moss, and stones to the path in order to give it a bit more life. And then we start on the mayor's home. The mayor's home is big, and it's grander than all the other homes, so we decide to use mangrove for his roof, as I feel as though it's a much richer block than the cinnabar. And you'll notice that the mayor's house is the only one with a mangrove roof. We use block displays in order to make the hands on the clock. They're the only ones in this build, as I didn't want to use too many command related things for this build. You might notice just how tall the central part of the mayor's home is, so we move that down a bit, but you'll see quite a jump in a second here, as I paused my recording and forgot to unpause it, so there's a bit of a jump, but thankfully I realized it in time to build the fourth house. This one is much smaller than the other ones I've built, and it follows the same palette, so it's a nice easy one to make. This next house though is a lot different to the ones we've made so far, and it sticks out a lot compared to the others. Once that's finished, we fly all the way over to the left side of the town and start work on another house. This one is quite simple, and once we've completed it, I add a bit more to the shipwright, as it has a lot of empty space around it. We get to work on another house, and it doesn't take too long to finish it. But then we don't actually build these next two houses. Instead, we copy and paste them from the other side, as they appear nearly identical, just facing different ways. Work smarter, not harder. Remember that, it'll be important later on, unfortunately. Now that the houses are all built up, we can make some rocks surrounding the town. For now, they're made just from stone. We'll get to shading them later. We curve the rocks in to make an alcove and begin to make the sand meet the rocks. We smooth out the stone here, as if you've played DREDGE you'll know, we need to clear an area for the lighthouse, which I am so excited to get to. However, we're back to the sand for now, and we work on making the terrain blend in and meet each other better. The grass is extended, and so is the sand. Everything is going so peacefully. And then I vaporized the entire Earth by accident. But don't worry, we just undo it and we're all good again. Earth saved, you're welcome. We add grass onto some rocks to surface, but remember how I saved the Earth about 3 seconds ago? Well, it seems like Minecraft didn't appreciate my valiant effort, as then disaster strikes and all of the sand crumbles to the floor once more. We can only lift up some of the sand and fill in the gaps manually. Sad, I know. Or wait, is it? Well, yeah, it's still sad, but there's another way. Recall that quote said by somebody who is probably super rich, I don't know. Work smarter, not harder. I realized that we can just make a platform beneath the sand so that it doesn't fall down anymore. With my newfound knowledge, we shade in the sand again and fix up the terrain some more. Now it's time to get into the details. We scatter more leaves across the floor, placing blocks underneath them so that they don't reveal the very hollow hill under them. Next, we plant some bushes around from dark oak and acacia leaves mixed. Then it's a myriad of foliage. We got ferns, grass, bushes, tall ferns, and tall grass. On the subject of nature, I realized I forgot to add trees and we swiftly get started on it. The tree I'm building now is a sort of red pine tree, I guess. The trees in Greater Marrow are red and yellow, and this one, I struggle a bit with the top, but I soon get it, and then we start to copy and paste them around. However, we stopped letting a tree pasting upside down. I don't really know how it happens, but it feels like a sign that there's enough of these type of trees. Then we move on to the birch tree, which is a nice yellow. We copy and paste those trees like mad as well, and we finally get to the most integral part of Greater Marrow, the lighthouse. Now, I know you might be thinking how awful these colors look, but I swear it's just shading and it'll change in a second. See? It looks better now. I hope. We mess around with making the light and the nether brick roof. It ends up looking a bit silly, but I wasn't sure what to do about it, so we leave the lighthouse as it is and add a final touch. The evil rocks that jut out so much they're impossible to avoid on your first time playing. Or your second. Or your third. Or your... you get the point. Oh! Hey, wait, we're missing something, like, kinda important. There we go. Now that there's water, it's really looking like an island. I hope that this was an enjoyable time-lapse for you to watch. It was very fun for me to make, as I absolutely love Dredge and definitely be interested in building more places from it. Greater Marrow only took a bit over 4 hours, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment for more, and let me know what your favorite part of Dredge is. Bye bye!